Hello and welcome to Morehead Today. I'm Gary Cornett and today is Tuesday, April 12, 2011. Morehead Today is an MSU-TV production bringing you local news and events as well as spotlighting local artists and musicians. Morehead Today can be contacted at moreheadtoday@gmail.com and you can watch Morehead Today at youtube.com/moreheadtoday. Please check out all of the MSU-TV programming at moreheadstate.edu/MSU-TV. Today on the show, Jason McClurg tells us about the Morehead State Public Radio Fund Drive. Morehead Today speaks with Nick Moore of MSU-TV's News Center about Come Together Kentucky, a conference that was held here at Morehead State last weekend. When we come back, we'll have some local news and events. Please stay tuned to Morehead Today.
Need a ride? Call the police and ask for the shuttle. It's free!
Recently, the Department of International and Interdisciplinary Studies has accepted a new minor here at Morehead State University, and that minor is a film studies minor. What this minor does is it allows students to study the sort of the theory and aesthetics of film and cinema. So it should be a really good minor. It should really open up the opportunities for those trying to get some exposure and some experience in what, for all intents and purposes, has become the standard mode of communication.
Oh man, the library doesn't have the book I need.
Have you tried the interlibrary loan?
No, I haven't tried it, man. Thanks. Oh, sweet, they do.
Welcome back to Morehead Today. Here's a look at what's coming up in Morehead. Tonight at 8 p.m. in the Duncan Recital Hall, there will be a jazz guitar concert, and Chan Lee will offer a graduate piano recital on Wednesday at 8 p.m. This weekend, MSU will host Eric Alexander as an artist in residence during the Jazz Clinic and second annual Saxophone Day. You can find out more at msusaxophoneday.weebly.com or by calling 606-783-2198. Sunday, Baird Music Hall will host a tuba euphonium concert at 3 p.m. and senior percussion recitals by Greg Neblett and Robert Wiedermeyer at 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Artist Nick Cave will visit MSU this week, and he will present a lecture this Thursday, April 14th at 7 p.m. in Claypool Young Room 111. A reception will follow in the Claypool Young Gallery. MSU's 4th Annual Creative Writing Symposium will be held on April 14th and 15th. Aracelis Germay and Patrick Rosal, who both currently live in New York, will read excerpts from their work at 7 p.m. Thursday in Breckenridge Room 002. This will be followed by a reception and a book signing. Friday's event will be held from 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. in 222 Raider Hall. The next main stage theater production, Grease, the musical, will be presented on April 21st, 22nd, and 23rd at 7:30 p.m. in the Button Auditorium. Tickets are $8. You can call 606-783-9308 for reservations. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, Jason McClurg has a story on MSPR's annual fund drive. Everyone stay tuned to Morehead Today.
Add Beaker Bucks to your Eagle card today. For those students with places to go and no car, don't forget to ride your bike. Riding your bike can be a quick way to class. and it's also an enjoyable way to ride through town. Just remember to pay attention and be safe.
Welcome back to Morehead Today. Each year, Morehead State Public Radio holds a fund drive. Jason McClure got to speak to them this year about the fund drive.
Yeah, Gary, I met with some of the staff and they gave me a tour around the radio station and told me a little bit what they do. This week, Morehead State Public Radio is holding their annual Spring Fund Drive. Morehead Today sat down with MSPR staff members Travis Hall and Kelly Modaf to tell us more.
The fund drive started the 9th, which was Friday, and it ends on the 15th, which is next Friday. The majority of the work is done by volunteers, answering phone calls from people that call in usually wanting to make requests, but also full-time employees, but also just volunteers from around the community that are interested in helping.
Our goals for the spring semester fund drive are to raise about $32,000 and gain 150 new members so we can have around 500 members.
A member refers to the listeners donating during the drive. The suggested donation for a new membership is $25, but donations of any size are appreciated.
The significance of a membership is that the more members that we have and the more new members we gain, the more funding we get from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. It's a way for them to kind of gauge how popular that we are and how much money that we need in order to continue what we do. There isn't a set amount of money that we ask from people. It's even $1, anywhere from $1 to $500 is acceptable.
If you cannot make a monetary donation, extra volunteers are needed during the fund drive. You can call Paul Hitchcock at 606-783-2334 if you are interested.
All you really have to do is call the station. Their number is 606-783-2001. And really, if you talk to anybody, there are certain times that you can come in, but anybody is more than welcome to come in and answer phones and help out during the volunteering.
Both volunteers and donations are very important during the fund drive, as a large portion of the station's yearly budget comes from the money gained at this time.
There are 4 main sources for where we get our funding. We have grants from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. We have underwriters from local businesses, and we also have the MSU donates a large portion of the money that we get. But a lot of it, 20% of it, comes from listener donations. And what that's used for is to pay the work studies who are getting real experience to work there, write news stories, do board operation, and everything like that, where it's extended to not only being a radio station, but an educational tool for MSU to use.
The fund drive will be going on until Friday, April 15th, and you can donate by either calling the station at 606-783-2001 or by logging on to msuradio.com. Checks and money orders are welcome. For Morehead Today, I'm Jason McClure.
Welcome back to Morehead Today. Come Together Kentucky is an annual state conference aimed at unifying and supporting gay, straight, alliance student organizations on campuses across Kentucky. Last weekend, Morehead State University's Alliance hosted this year's conference in the Adrian Dorn University Center. Morehead Today spoke with Nick Moore about the conference.
Come Together Kentucky is a statewide conference. It's held annually every year. It started in 1996. Last year it was held at Transylvania University. This year Morehead State picked it up and we hosted it. And it's a conference focused on LGBTQIA students and individuals and increasing knowledge, increasing education on issues, telling students, how to run possibly a GSA on their campus. it was focused on the spiritual aspect of things, just educating students on issues in the gay community right now, and that was its main focus, was LGBTQIA students, and students from all over came in. Louisville came in, Western Kentucky University came in, Eastern Kentucky University, Transylvania University. We had several groups come in, and there was workshops all day Saturday with different types of speakers, just educating them on a lot of different aspects of these issues. We keep it at LGBTQ mainly. LGBTQ is lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer. That is the main lettering for it. GSA is a gay straight alliance on a campus. Morehead State offers an alliance with you can name them a lot of different things. There are places, quality clubs, you can name it any type of different thing, but the main terminology of it is GSA, Gay Straight Alliance. The Morehead State Alliance meets Tuesdays at 5 o'clock in ADEC in the Wriggle Room on the 3rd floor, and we also meet Wednesdays in ADEC on the 3rd floor in either 312 or 311. You can get in contact with anybody that is involved. Tony Hobbs, she works in the communications and marketing department. She's our advisor. You can go to her. You can email us. We have a web page on Facebook. We have an MSU web page. You can get on there, find any information you need. We have an Alliance Resource Office, which is on the 2nd floor ADEC, and the Student Services offices. We're in the back corner next to Mike Esposito. So anytime you need to come in there, or if you need anything, you don't have to even come and join, but if you need support or anything like that, just find an Alliance connection.
Welcome back to Morehead Today. We've got a new segment coming up for everyone here on Morehead Today called Morehead Memories. This week, Michael Farr got to speak with Fred Brown about some of Morehead's history.
Yeah, I went over to Clearfield where the old Morehead and Norfolk Railroad is, and I spoke to Fred a little bit about the early history of the train. Let's take a look. In our first installment of Morehead Memories, Morehead Today spoke with Fred Brown about the early history of the Morehead-Norfolk Railroad. Fred gave us a brief tour of the rail yard, and then he shared with us the early beginnings of the railroad and how it operated.
Morehead and Norfolk Railroad came about in the early 1900s. They had attempted since about 1899 to get started, and they actually did make a start around 1901. The big obstacle, of course, was the Clack Mountain Tunnel, which was about 1,300 feet when it was finished, and the initial firm went bankrupt trying to get that tunnel finished.
Now here in Clearfield, Kentucky, some of the rail yard still remains, including the number 12 engine. You can still see much of what's left if you're driving down 519. However, the property is off limits to the public and trespassing is prohibited.
Once the railroad got up and going around 1908, by the time it had been finished all the way to Wrigley, they actually started doing a tremendous amount of timbering. They discovered coal. Of course, they hauled freight and passengers. At one time, there was a tobacco warehouse over to Wrigley and several coal mines. From the 30s up until the 70s, the railroad served primarily as a clay hauler. They hauled some wood chips. Actually, they hauled some of the bridge parts that came in here for building the interstate. A lot of people don't know that. But when Lee Clay closed down in the early 70s, there was really no reason for the railroad to continue. And I think about 71, 72, someplace in there, they closed as well, within a few months of Lee Clay closing.
Next week's installment, Morehead Today, will speak with Jack Ellis about the flooding in the 1930s and its effect on the railroad. For Morehead Today, I'm Michael Farr.
Yo, what? You should try this.
What?
is amazing.
Fired Up Grill. Burgers any way you want them. Located in the Adrian Dorn University Center. Come get a better burger today.
Welcome back to Morehead Today. Our musical guest today is Muhammad Al Lincoln, a group from here in Morehead. How you guys doing?
Doing pretty good, Gary.
So what you guys got lined up for us here today?
First, we're going to play a song that I wrote. It's called You, Him, the Devil, and Me.
All right, sounds good.
Background, he was born by a wreck. Found much money in his pocket. Different strokes and different point of views. All became hard to get used to. Leaving this town behind in his rusty pickup truck, hoping he could find a place to make a buck. We were swimmers stuck on land. We were fish flying in a pan. We were under the shade of your oak tree. You, him, the devil, and me. A quiet afternoon, it was coming cool. When the bullets flew, you played the fool. A very TV and jailhouse perspective, made off by train in the steep blue hills. Too tired to wake up from the everlasting worry. Stupid enough to live life in a hurry. We were swimmers stuck on land. We were fish frying in a pan. We were under the shady oak tree. You, him, the devil, and me.
Morehead State University's Kentucky Center for Traditional Music houses the fastest growing traditional music program in the world and offers a great opportunity to study bluegrass, old-time country, and Celtic music at Morehead State University. Access a unique archives of traditional music and experience entertaining and educational performances, lecture demonstrations, and workshops. Study and enjoy much more of our mountain musical culture right here at Morehead State University.
So you want to race?
Yeah, man, you're on. How'd you beat me here?
I took the MSU bus.
MSU bus, with hours from 6:40 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Don't forget to ride the bus.
Welcome back to Morehead Today. Our guest today in the studios is Muhammad Ali Lincoln. Mike, tell us how you came up with that name.
Well, I was sitting in the library one day shelving books because that's my job, and I was reading a book about Kentucky, and they only had two famous Kentuckians in the book. They had a biography on. It was Muhammad Ali and Abraham Lincoln. Me and Corey were just sitting around one day, and I thought of a stupid name to put Muhammad Ali and Abraham Lincoln together and call it Muhammad Ali Lincoln. So that's pretty much how it happened.
All right, two Kentuckians paying tribute to two Kentuckians. So what do you got for us next?
I'm going to play an Animal Collective song.
All right, let's hear it.
Frightened.
Covered by leaves, mud they'll make prints on their back. But will it be just like I'm dreaming? Just like they're dreaming. Will it be just like I'm dreaming? Will it be just like they're dreaming? But till dawn, where we want Are you also frightened? Are you also frightened? Are you also frightened? What happened? No one should call you a dreamer. 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 Not now. When you get dirty, you need to wash your hands. Left to wipe out before you eat. Left to playing in the street. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Everybody wash your hands. 'Cause being clean is the way to be.
I'm thirsty, but I don't have any beaker bucks. Why don't you go down to the pawn store? They'll accept your flex dollars. Oh man, that's a good idea. Hey man, can you grab some chips while you're out? Fine.
Food, drinks, anything you might need. Come check out the Pod Store today, located in the first floor of Alumni Tower.
Welcome back to Morehead Today. That's all the time we have for this week. Thank you for watching. We'd like to thank Nick Moore, Fred Brown, and the staff of Morehead State Public Radio for being on the show this week. Morehead Today can be contacted at moreheadtoday@gmail.com, and you can watch Morehead Today at youtube.com/moreheadtoday. Please check out all of the MSU-TV programming at moreheadstate.edu/MSU-TV. On next week's show, Jason McClurg speaks with some of the cast and crew of MSU's next main stage theater production, Grease. Michael Favre will bring us the next installment of Morehead Memories, and will take you inside Claypool Young to experience the art of Nick Cave. On behalf of the entire staff of MSU-TV, I'm Gary Cornett, and that's what's happening in Morehead today.